Don't think the Taylor Swift stuff was too bad, honestly. Feels weird to be upset about it. It wasn't egregious, but I mean, they do show her a lot. So if you don't like Taylor Swift, it's going to be off-putting, I guess. I'm pretty indifferent, so I didn't care that much. I think it's a tier 1 COD. What I do find to be significantly more cringe than just showing Taylor Swift is the people on Twitter who are like, so Taylor Swift's an alcoholic. The new OT rules are so dumb. I don't mind the OT rules at all, to be honest with you. I don't know if you grew up watching football or not, but OT used to be miserable. It was decided by coin toss usually. So they needed to be changed. I really don't mind the current format for OT. They, just like the caster said, they really shouldn't have kicked the field goal. They should have just gone for it on fourth, to be honest. I know, man. The Chiefs squeak it out again. Thanks, Resubcat. Field goal is the dumbest move of all time. It was just... I actually don't know why they did that, to be honest. There was really no good argument for it. Like, it's a very safe decision, I get. But at that point, I really think you just go for it on fourth. And I don't remember what caster it was, but they said the same thing. Had they done that, I think the 49ers probably would have won the war of attrition. I think they would have squeaked it out in the end. Did you count how many times the camera panned over to Taylor Swift? I did not. Thanks for your sub, Lone Wolf. Who was your pick? I actually picked the Chiefs. I bet on the Chiefs. All of my bets immediately got blasted, except for the Chiefs winning. I did not bet on overtime, Aaron. I considered it, but didn't. Thanks to tier 1 twerk. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for that, Pyro. Appreciate the membership, Diablo. Travis yelling at and pushing his coach is wild. Oh yeah, that's all over Twitter now. Thanks for some Kruski. It's not even like exclusive to Travis. I remember Tom Brady did that once to Bill Belichick a while back, and I'm sure other players have done it too. But since all eyes were on Travis, that one got a lot of publicity. It's still a terrible look though, but it's also just not a Travis only thing. Thanks again, Sub Trendy. And good shit, Stag. Glad you got a big dub from it. Fire Kyle Shanahan immediately. Yeah, that field goal's looking real rough right about now. Thanks, Resub Tyler. Chiefs were bailed out by the refs again. Which call? I actually thought the refs did not play a crucial role this time around. What call are you referring to? Especially towards the end, I actually thought the refs were like super fair. Like, for example, that spot, that probably should have been a first down, but they gave them 3rd and inches. That was a huge break for the 49ers. It was definitely a first down, but the refs still marked it 3rd and short. The refs were fine. 49ers injuries killed them. Yeah, there was like 4 injuries. That was brutal. I don't think so, Eric. Thanks to the Prime Paladin. And the Resub Dom. And Kate. Look at Joe Biden's tweet. Thanks, Resub. Toe. What'd POTUS say? With their 3rd Super Bowl in just 5 seasons, the Kansas City Chiefs aren't just champions today, they're a dynasty. Congratulations, Chiefs Kingdom. Ready to welcome this team back to the White House. What about that screams conspiracy? This is like when they have merch ready for the Super Bowl winning team the second they win. I guarantee they have one of these for the 49ers as well. And I already know Joe Biden is asleep right now. There is no shot he's awake at 11 p.m. Man had his ice cream and said, alright, I'm going to Dreamland. No, it's his personal Twitter. Oh. Fuck is his personal Twitter? Do you have a personal Twitter? Oh yeah, Joe Biden. Oh god, that's so cringe. So I always hate when the meme gets leaned in on. Thanks, Resub Preston. Yep, the Swifties are 1-0. Undefeated. Timu ad ran twice. Yeah. Timu had some big bucks to spin. I'm a 49ers fan and we need to fire the defensive coordinator. Those calls were awful. 4-1 and he thinks they're going to run it. Hell no, you idiot. That was crazy. Even the caster said the same thing. He was like, oh, I don't agree with that at all. When they like threw the kitchen sink at them for that. Or didn't throw the kitchen sink at them for that. Like it was a terrible call. That was an awful call for sure. He was like, yeah, you really think 4th and 1 in the Super Bowl overtime, you're not going to keep it in the hands of Mahomes? That was a terrible defensive call. I think it's a tier 1 scrape. Or scrap. And the tier 1 Liam. Any bets win big? No, all of my moonshot bets were completely ruined. It wasn't even close. Thanks to resub. Son. Thoughts on the Deadpool 3 trailer? I haven't watched it yet. I saw the teaser during the Super Bowl, but I haven't watched the full thing. I just immediately came here. Didn't bother. I'll watch it tomorrow. The only way it could have been more scripted is if Kelsey caught the TD catch. I just can never tell if the scripted thing is just like a joke everyone kind of runs with, or if people think it's literally scripted, like legitimately. Because I don't think it is at all. There's certain times where I think the refs are absolutely corrupt and paid off in a certain way, but I don't think there's ever a script to any of the games. The 49ers just choked. They had some bad calls. Like they were just making some confusing play calls. Thanks on the membership, Valdi, and the resub Deep. And the gift sub Sun. They didn't show any of the Burger King ads, Oscar. Sorry to tell you. Should have bet on that then, Spec. That would have been a huge payout. Overtime is extraordinarily rare. It's like only the second overtime Super Bowl. The only prediction I got right was the Chiefs winning. The Nickelodeon broadcast was pretty fire, though. Having SpongeBob and Patrick commentate the game was really cool. The halftime show was pretty underwhelming, though. Not the Usher one, the SpongeBob one. Thanks to the Prime Duck. They basically just made like an AMV for Sweet Victory. I was hoping they'd go all out. Did you see the Courage the Cowardly Dog prequel animatic released on YouTube? I haven't watched it yet, but I saw John Dilworth release the animatic for what was supposed to be the Courage the Cowardly Dog prequel series, but Cartoon Network dropped it. Probably not, Krabs. I wouldn't recommend it. Thanks for resub, Dilly. And Nicey, and that's a fun drinking game, I guess. Thanks to Tier 1 Tony. Brock Purdy looked better than Mahomes, in my opinion, but I'm just a Swiftie hater proudly. He looked good. He did look good. But Mahomes, especially in overtime, like, they just can't contain him. He's too clutch. He single-handedly won them that on the final drive. Converting the third, converting the fourth, like, he was just too clutch. He has too many weapons. Thanks to Prime Bird. Mahomes Hall of Fame career already? Oh, no doubt. As long as he doesn't have some kind of career-ending injury or something, he'll probably go down as one of the greatest. 4 out of the last 5 Super Bowls he has appeared in. And he is always looking really fucking strong. Like, it's not even close. He will absolutely, if he stays healthy and decides to play for at least another 10 years, he'll definitely be towards the top 3. He just makes the game look so simple. What's your favorite bird? I think it's Tier 1 Kayla. I have to really think about it. Yep, the Swifties got the dub. Hey, happy birthday, Lancer. I don't think so, Joe, but I can definitely give it a whirl. It's been a while since I've thrown the pigskin. I don't think the Taylor Swift stuff was too bad, honestly. Feels weird to be upset about it. It wasn't egregious, but I mean, they do show her a lot, so if you don't like Taylor Swift, it's going to be off-putting, I guess. I'm pretty indifferent, so I didn't care that much. I think it's a tier 1 COD. What I do find to be significantly more cringe than just showing Taylor Swift is the people on Twitter who are like, so Taylor Swift's an alcoholic when she like chugs a beer with her friends. It's like, what the fuck? Don't act like you've never chugged a beer with your friends. Why are we making a big deal out of that? I think that's so much more cringe. That's trolling. No, the account that posted that, it was like, so Travis Kelce's an abuser and Taylor Swift is an alcoholic, and it has like 80k updates, and the account that posted is like legitimately angry and fuming. At least the one I saw. It doesn't seem like a troll unless his whole identity is just being weird, I guess. Like, I think that's so much more embarrassing. Thanks for the resub, Troy. What was your best and worst Super Bowl game you ever watched? Best, 2002 Buccaneers Super Bowl win. Worst, I have to really think about it. Maybe the Seahawks blunder. I watched that with my roommates and we were all so goddamn mad. Just a incomprehensibly stupid finish to that Super Bowl. Thanks for resub, Rodent. I'm sure it looks good, Wedgie. I'm sure it'll be good. And that's fair meat. Thanks to tier 1. Schmallen. Did you think Travis Kelce was going to propose or not? No. Not really. Foot washing commercial was gross. Oh, I didn't even... What was that commercial about? Yeah, I didn't look it up, but that was an odd one. It was just like washing a bunch of people's feet, and it's like, Jesus washed feet. But what was it advertising? Well, no, I know it was Jesus, but what was it advertising? Thanks for the gift sub, Rin. Just Jesus. Okay, how about this? I'll just look it up. There's no way it was just advertising Jesus. It's not like people don't know who he is. Have you guys heard of Jesus? What was it called? I'll just look up Jesus foot washing. I'm sure it'll come up. Right here. The Servant Foundation, part of the He Gets Us campaign. What is the Servant Foundation? The $20 million He Gets Us campaign about Jesus is funded by influential donor to some active and litigious shadow network groups to... what website am I on right now? Well, let me go to a better source. We're already getting into like the shadow government here. That's probably not a reliable one. Here's the commercial, but what is the... Here, I'll just go to the site. Let me put it in their words. Let's just do He Gets Us. They'll probably have like an about section. I want to know what SpongeBob thought about Kelce pushing around Reed. Yeah, I'd have to check in. Patrick was the one giving like the deep cut commentary though. Patrick was fucking on one. He Gets Us has an agenda. We've been accused of pushing our agenda. We thought this might be the right time to make that agenda perfectly clear. So it's really just advertising, what, Christianity then? I thought it was like a product or something. Alright. Thanks, you said, Paul. No, I did not hear about that plague. When did that happen? See the clip of the guy getting thrown in the air during the halftime show? No, I saw there was a streaker, though. I saw a couple different angles of the streaker. Paying $9,000 just to get arrested and get nothing from it. Holy shit, Mac, that's a crazy amount of money to spend on an advertising campaign for that. Thanks the resubs, S'more. $10 of notoriety? Not even. No one knows who the streaker was or really cares. It's already just immediately forgotten. It's just a completely worthless thing. Thanks, Resub Chronic. Overall, do you think it was a fair officiated game? I do. For the first time in a long time, I actually thought the officiating was pretty consistent. Like, if I had to choose one team that got, like, better calls, it'd be the 49ers. Especially towards the end, like I mentioned. They, like, on the final drive, the Chiefs 100% got that first down, but they marked it third and short. Like, I really do think it was a pretty fair officiating game. There's a couple times where they even no-called something that I thought for sure would be a call, even though I disagree with it, but they didn't. So I actually thought it was fine. I thought it was completely fine from an officiating standpoint, which is rare. I usually bitch about that all the time. Thanks, Resub Terminus. What's the chicken video understanding? Oh, was that an AI-generated article? Oh, I didn't scroll far enough to notice. I can try and make something happen, Edgar. Yeah, we'll try and make it work. Opinions on the Super Bowl halftime show? I know a lot of people really liked it. I didn't. Like, it was okay. Like, I didn't think it was bad or anything, but it just didn't feel big. Like, it didn't feel like a Super Bowl halftime show. It felt like just someone going through, like, their Usher playlist and, like, rapidly going through it. It just felt really underwhelming for the stage. I think it's a Tier 1 Walrus. And no, I haven't checked in on Darman in a while. Usher was all over Alicia Keys. I thought they were dating. It wasn't until I went on Twitter and I found out that she is a married woman. And I was like, damn. Swiss Beats gotta be feeling some type of way after that, because that was intimate. At least it looked like it. Thanks for the gift sub, Prime. No, I actually bet on the Chiefs, Karma. My first time ever sports betting. And I lost every bet except that one. How did you feel about sports betting? Exactly how I knew I would. Just really boring. Like, it's not interactive or anything. That's why I don't like gambling in general. The only gambling I like is poker because it's very social. And it feels more like an actual competition as opposed to just RNG. So I don't think I'm going to get into sports betting. Unless it's like for more silly shit. Like with friends. What were your losing bets? Oh, I had some brain dead bets. So I bet that Kyle Juselzik, or however you say his name, like, they said it once during the broadcast. I bet that he would score the first touchdown, which would have netted me $4,000 off a $100 bet. And then I also bet that Noah Gray would score the first touchdown. So I hedged my bets a little bit, hoping that one of the two of them would score it. And Noah Gray, I think I saw twice. And then another one, I bet that the highest scoring quarter was going to be the first quarter, which would have netted me $800 off a $100 bet. And then I bet that Deebo Samuels would catch 3 touchdowns, which would have netted me $5,000 off $100. So literally just caveman stupid brain bets just to try it. And I got really hyped on the opening on the 49ers opening drive. Kyle Juszczyk, however you say his name, he caught a fucking heater. He caught a heater, he made a high hurdle, he was looking hot. I thought they were going to feed him on that drive, and then they end up fumbling. I was like, damn, I might actually get this one. Thanks to the resub drinker. Oh, that's awful, Plague. No, I didn't hear anything about that. And yeah, the ads are always mid. I do pay off. I haven't recently. Played it a couple weeks ago. Thanks, Resub Ballskin. And the membership premium. You see Joe Biden's new TikTok he posted. Of course I didn't, man. I don't even know why you'd ask that. Obviously I did not. I'm done watching football. Was hoping San Francisco would win, but not. Kansas City fucking Chiefs win again. I've lost all interest in the NFL thanks to this fucking dynasty. You must be new here, man. Were you not around for the Patriots? That's crazy. I mean, it's fine to be upset. I totally get it, especially if you're a 49ers fan. But I will say, as far as dynasties go, I take the Chiefs over the Patriots dynasty any day of the week. The Patriots were a snooze fest to watch at their prime. I'll say it. Like, even when they had Randy Moss, he didn't get to shine as bright as he did with the Vikings. They were so boring. It was so methodical, just so robotic. At least with the Chiefs, Mahomes keeps shit kind of interesting. I'll take that. I will take that over the Patriots any day of the week. I hated the Patriots game plan back during their dynasty era. Fucking 8-yard dump, 8-yard dump, 8-yard dump, 8-yard dump. Oh. Didn't hate him when he won the Bucks a Super Bowl. No, we'll take that. Yeah. It's super efficient. I mean, he's one of the GOATs, but was it fucking boring to watch. It was not fun. Thanks for the membership, Patty. What do you mean, Octagon? It's usually just chat on one screen, game on this one, and then, like, additional info up there if I'm, like, researching something. That's usually how the format goes. Best and worst halftime performance? Thanks for membership, Hendrick. That's tough. That's really tough. I don't know what I'd put for either one of those. I guess maybe the best would be the Justin Timberlake titty slip. The JT Janet Jackson titty slip was huge. And I remember I lost my mind on that. I thought it was the coolest thing I ever seen in my life. So that might be the best. I don't know what the worst would be, though. There's been some real stinkers. Careful waving your card info around. Oh, my student ID? What do you mean? It's not my credit card. I don't know why I'd be, like, throwing my credit card around. It's my student ID when I did my beardless reveal. I just still have it here. To a certain extent, it is Ert. Thanks, Resub Aquatic. I remember the Adam Levine halftime performance was cringe. I don't even remember that one now. What was that, like 2014? Maybe a little earlier? No, it's probably like 2011 or something. I don't even remember it. That's fair. I think most people were pulling for the 49ers. Oh. So I imagine a lot of people were really disappointed. Thanks to the resub, Didi. What commercials you did and didn't like? I didn't like the majority of them. They were just all very mid. Nothing like super memorable. I liked the Paramount one. Like with Hey Arnold and all that. That one was cool. It was a Prime Fox. But I'd already seen it before the Super Bowl because they posted it a couple days ago. But I like that one. Thanks, Resub Hawk. The Temu ad was insufferable. I just hate Temu, so no matter what they did, they weren't winning me over. Thanks, Resub Toasty. And True Trey. And yeah, it will, Hendrick. Two leap years in a row, 49ers versus Chiefs for Super Bowl. Yep. A Limp Bizkit halftime show would be ridiculous. Thanks for membership, Dwayne. So in your opinion, do you think the Chiefs dynasty is better than the Patriots due to how they played? From just a pure spectator perspective, yeah. Like I said, I did not like the Brady mechanism. I didn't like their game plan during their dynasty. Again, 8-yard dump, 8-yard dump, 8-yard dump, 8-yard dump. Maybe we do like a run up the middle kind of for like 2 or 3 yards, 8-yard dump. Like it's robotic. It's boring. At least with the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes keeps it interesting. That's all I'm saying. So if I had to choose a dynasty from a spectator perspective, I would choose the Mahomes one. Bro, ESPN plugs their betting account so much. Everything does. I mentioned this yesterday because it was prevalent or pertinent then, and it is now. Betting, that is going to be the future of all major marketing dollars in every sector. So you're already seeing it in everything sports related. Obviously, everything's partnered with some kind of sports betting casino or something gambling adjacent at the very least. You see it on websites now too, like Twitch. I think Twitch still does a lot of DraftKings work. I could be misremembering, but for a while, DraftKings was very prominent when it came to Twitch advertising, YouTube as well. And you see it start to creep into esports now because they have so much marketing spend. So Lud predicted that the way orgs will start to like recoup their losses is by taking these massive gambling sponsorships with like sports betting and all of that once they start allowing esports betting more often. And I think he's probably right. Thanks, Resub Gyro and Tier 1 Pretty. It is incredible how huge sports betting is. I guess just gambling in general, to be fair, but sports betting in particular. Hey, thank you so much for that, Troy. And yeah, Guild is a monster. Gambling been a problem since the dawn of time? Well, yeah, of course. I mean, it's not anything new. What's new is just how normalized it's been, or is. That's what's new. So it's everywhere, and it's only continuing to expand and get bigger, put its tendrils into everything. Into Tier 1 illest. Embiid better all around. Jokic better team player. We don't have to get into the weeds of it, but Embiid is my least favorite player in the NBA. He's extraordinarily talented, but he's also just a free throw merchant, and I can't stand his flops. I cannot stand his fucking flops. I can't watch him. I actually get upset watching him flop.